a constituent, a supporter from Lamont. I'm employed by the CFPB. The court has stopped us from being eliminated, but that is clearly what the administration wants to do. Can't Congress do something to stop them from destroying government, including the CFPB?
All this money, all this weapons to Israel, to indiscriminately bomb my people and family. Bethlehem was fled. They fled Bethlehem to go to other countries. They've become refugees.
The CFPB, I should actually probably for the audience
but we care about
here,
Ukrainian
explain
children.
what
Yes,
the
we should
CFPB
care about
is.
Ukrainian children.
It stands for the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. It's one of my proudest votes in Congress was for the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act. And the consumer protection part of that was to, in large part, to form the CFPB. And what this is you know, you're all familiar with the FDA. So when you eat food, there is an agency that makes sure that this food is safe and that there are no poisons in it. And there is had not been any agency who's responsible for making sure that we don't have toxic financial products that were so much at the heart of the financial collapse 15 years ago now. That people were given mortgages which everyone knew they could never repay them. And this sort of thing should not ever be allowed to happen again. And that's what the CFPB was put in place to prevent. You know, they were given credit cards with just unbelievably rip-off terms of the credit cards. And that was at least partly fixed by the CFPB. And the enforcement power when bad actors appear was put in the hands of the CFPB. And so then the question, I think, was how are you going to prevent Trump from destroying that? And so the issue on that is that, you know, again, we made a mistake in assuming that there would be people of good faith running the operation from here on forward. And so when we said the CFPB director could specify the budget that they needed, the funds are drawn from the Federal Reserve Bank, and in the amount determined by the CFPB director. And so when Trump appoints a CFPB director that says, okay, fine, $0, we didn't protect ourselves against that. And so that there's so many places where we have just made an assumption of good faith that is not being followed through. And what? Well, there is a long list of things that we have to repair when we get the majority back. That's right. Well, it's the acting in good faith. You know, I go through a long list. Another example. Yeah. So there are many examples of acting in bad faith and ways that we can fix it. You know, one simple example, you know, everyone's familiar with that ever since Richard Nixon, every presidential candidate had published 10 years of tax returns. Just it was one of the things you did. And we said, do we need a law? No one will ever run for president without publishing their tax returns. Okay? So now we need a law that says the moment you declare for presidency, the IRS publishes 10 years of your returns. And that's it. And that law would have probably prevented Trump. Every member of Congress has a list of things that we have to fix when we get back the majority. All right? And that's, it's on our list, you know. Sorry.